up, nerd fam? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Tifftastic.
That's right, and today we are here to confuse the crap out of you. That's right, and how are we doing that? Because today we're talking about the DC streaming service, DC Universe, but we're wearing Star Wars stuff.
We are.
That's right. Usually we accessorize depending upon what we're talking about, but not today. No, today we're talking about one thing and wearing another.
Yes, we are.
But I am, Tiff, I am accessorized.
You are matching.
I am very much matching. I will show you all here my Boba Fett shirt here, and Tiffany has her Star Wars Crawl shirt. There you go. But then, of course, I am accessorized here with my Boba Fett hat. As you can see, I got a little bit of Boba Fett here on the side. That's right, Boba Fett over here, a little bit of that. Now, it'd be cool if it said Enosh Fett, like my screen name, but I don't have a hat like that. So if y'all make hats out there and y'all want to hit me up, go ahead and do that. We'll give you a shout out here on the channel, all right? So think about that. But in the meantime, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the DC Universe streaming service. Now, Tiff, we've talked about the DC streaming service. I have a love-hate relationship with this service.
You do. We both do.
There are times when it makes me really happy.
It's so good.
Like when I put it on there and it's like, oh, hey, there's a new thing on here.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then there's other times that makes me really mad when I got to go out and buy another piece of equipment just so that it'll work on my TV.
Because your smart TV isn't smart enough, apparently.
Yeah, that's frustrating. But
we digress.
But so an article was written this week, came out this week, about the fact that they are having a hard time getting people to sign up for the DC Universe. And Tiff, I felt like we needed to talk about this because I feel that there are some things that the DC Universe streaming service can do to actually fix this.
Yes.
And that they need to do, and they need to do quickly because
or you're going to lose a lot of subscribers.
Because this article just kind of alluded to the fact that they're not getting the subscribers that they want. They're not getting the people to sign up.
I think it's also for some of the same reasons that frustrate us,
even
though we're in the DC streaming universe.
Well, some of those things, yes, and then also some of it is geography, because we're gonna talk a little bit about that. All right. So if you have the DC Universe, if you have the streaming service, please make sure to leave some comments down in the comment section about your thoughts on these things and what your experience has been with the streaming service. So one of the negative things has been that it doesn't work with our smart TV. I got to fidaddle with it and like hit it over and over and over and over and over again to fool it into putting it on our TV. And then fidaddle. It's my own word.
Finagle?
Trademark. All right. But I got to mess with it sometimes to get it to even come up on my smart TV. Okay, guys. So I got to cut in here real quick for just a second to basically update you, literally, because ironically, the day that I'm trying to upload this video, they put out an update today that so far has fixed my problem. And I'm very happy about that. So I am going to keep my fingers crossed that it keeps working and that we don't have any more issues with the DC streaming service streaming to my TV. And hopefully you'll never have to hear about my complaint about that ever again. I now return you to your regularly scheduled Poindexter Lounge programming. All right, bye.
And when I do, I can't control I can't fast forward or pause. It's like, it's on. So we gotta sit and watch that whole thing, or else, down here in the living room. Now, upstairs in our bedroom, I had to go buy a Roku, and that was fine. Well, we were using the Apple TV, but it was Isaac One Kenobi's, and we can't just keep it indefinitely, so we need to get that. So that's fine, but like I said, because we were watching a show that we needed to get through. Yeah, and so that's been very frustrating. And when I contacted them about it to see what the deal was, they had me go walk through the usual things, like kind of like the unplug it, plug it back in, uninstall it, reinstall it kind of thing, and I did all that, make sure everything was updated, and then after I did all that, then they said, oh, well, it's a known issue. I'm like, really? Known issue? What are you talking about? And so they said, we'll let you know when it's fixed. Well, now that's been 3 months ago. So, there's been no communication. There's been absolutely nothing about it, and it's still doing the exact same thing. So it's very frustrating because I bought a year of this thing, and as much as I like it for what it is, until I get a piece of equipment, unless I bring the Roku down here to the living room, but then we don't have it upstairs. Yeah, and so it's hard. If we want to watch it with the family, we have to attach another piece of equipment to get it to work. So there's that.
But I think another, there's a couple other things about this. There's been a lot of talk about how they're releasing programming.
Yes.
Tiff, you want to talk a little bit about how they released Titans?
Yeah, I think the problem that we run into now is we're in a now world. We have Netflix that when they release something, they release the entire season at once, which is good because then we can either watch it at our leisure or we can binge it all at once like we have for previous shows. And this one ended up being, you're paying for the service, but you have to wait every week, just like we did back in the day. You can't
For
fast
one
forward
show.
through commercials for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like Titans. Now, yes, it was awesome. Yes, I looked forward to that every single week because now I wanted to see what was going to happen next, but now I had to wait another week. And when you get used to things like Netflix, Hulu, you know, Crackle, all these things that you can like do right now, it makes it a little frustrating. And I know that it's new and it's something that, you know, they're going to have to, you know, get the money and the time to be able to invest and be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
But you got to think about that. Or maybe they should have done a little bit more leading up to this to letting it out.
And it's going to take a while for them to have enough programming.
And we do understand that.
You know, but I mean, I think to release stuff like that, you got to have more programming. You got to have more things that people want to tune in then throughout the week to watch it, right? As opposed to
have
just
a weekly show
one
with
show.
other things surrounding it.
Yeah. So another couple things are that I've really noticed, and this is kind of really frustrating, is the interface. So on my phone, even when I'm just watching it on my phone, it is very frustrating because say I want to watch a movie, it doesn't just say here are the movies. The dog is throwing stuff around. It doesn't just say here are the movies, you know, for you and list them like together. They're kind of all over the place, you know. They're all over the place on there. So they don't really go together. It's like there'll be like a Superman movie here, and then a Batman movie here, and then like a cartoon here, and something else there, and it's like, what is this? Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not in alphabetical order. It's not in any kind of chronological order.
It's not like, hey, this is together, which means, oh, these should be right next to it. No.
Yeah, it's not done by character. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to understand. And then what I'm finding right now is that it's not even all there all the time. And that's frustrating. Yes, just today, I was looking for a clip because I wanted to show somebody a clip from Superman 2. And I literally went in and searched for Superman 2.
Which should be something easy on a DC
Which
network.
I see it every day on the channel. And it just wasn't there.
It's something that's always on Comcast, and it's something on our cable that you can find, you know, just randomly.
It just wasn't there. Like, it pulled up every other Superman thing. I mean, it pulled up Lois and Clark. It pulled up Superman the movie. It pulled up all this other stuff. But it would not pull up Superman 2. And I'm just like, really? Like, you know, and it wouldn't, and when I'd search Superman, it would pull up Superman and then a bunch of other stuff too. And so,
did you mean this? No, I did not.
And so that's really frustrating because that is not all together.
Yeah.
And then the Roku, oh my goodness, like it doesn't have, it says that it has like a movie page and a comics page, but it's not truly that.
Yes.
Because the movies page is not just movies, it's movies, television, cartoons, basically all media is right there except for the comics is right there, and it's not put together well in a way that you can actually just go, okay, this is what this is and just find it. And on the Roku, it's even worse because you have to know exactly what you're looking for to be able to find it. Yep. And that's the problem. I think especially like as we don't know everything that's even on the channel. Like say you wanted to go and you weren't aware that Wonder Woman, the Linda Carter Wonder Woman was on there, right? And you're just going, it's not just going to show up on there.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't even know it's there. You're missing content that you would be watching.
You should be able to go through and be like, okay, this looks cool. I want to come back to this. It should be easy enough to navigate.
And it does have on there like movies and TVs, but then when you go through it, like I said, it's not everything. So it doesn't list the whole catalog. It says browse all, and when you go to browse all, it doesn't show all. Yeah. Because today I went to browse all, and it didn't show the other 3 Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Just showed 1, and it was like,
interesting.
What is that? You know, and so that is really frustrating when you're looking for something and you want to watch something that you know is there and you just can't find it. And now we've had it for what now? Since it came out, in October? Yeah. It was in October, so it's been like 5 months, and
still have bugs you can't fix.
We're still having issues like this. This is one of the reasons why I think people are getting frustrated because like I'm already 5 months into my subscription, and I can't use it to the best
as often as we want.
Yeah, and when you try to go back to stuff, like I noticed, like I was watching the Super Friends, right? Like I was going through, I was like, I'm gonna relive some of my childhood there and watch Super Friends, and it would not take me back to where I was. Every time I would,
which doesn't make sense.
No, every time I'd go in, it would take me to, because there's multiple seasons of the Super Friends, and instead of taking me back to the one where I was and leaving me where I ended off, it would take me someplace else, and I'd have to search all over again. And sometimes I would literally have to type in Super Friends and search again because, again, I could not find it. I would have just watched it, come back to it after closing the app, come back to it, it's not there. But here's another big one, and I know that this one affects a lot of you out there who watch our channel all over the world, and that is the fact that it's only available in the United States. They got to come up with a solution for this, Tiff.
They need to fix the international issue, because then you're losing 3/4 of the population that could be subscribing and trying to get on here and use it, and you're not, because it's only available in the US.
That's the thing. There are so many DC fans that live outside of the United States.
Yeah.
A lot of you out there are big DC fans, and you cannot watch this.
It's just not fair to you.
I mean, besides not being fair, it's just not a good business practice.
No, it's not.
Right? I mean, they need to figure out the international community as a whole if they want this thing to be successful, because so much of the international community are DC fans, right? And so it only makes sense that you would have this available for people. And I know a lot of you feel that way, and you tell us about it. You guys send us messages, and you leave comments about it. And this isn't something that I think that they can just gloss over and just hope that people will stick around. You know, in the United States right now, honestly, we have this Marvel love going on, which is fine because we like Marvel and DC, but we're just bigger DC fans.
We're more infatuated with Marvel, and
But-
we're in love with DC.
But there's this Marvel love going on that people who are just kind of like on the fence about it, or just don't really care about it, like they almost feel like they can't watch DC because, you know, DC
on Marvel.
DC just sucks no matter what. They don't even really know anything about comic books. They just DC sucks. And so, you know, so those people are going to be hard to win over.
Yes.
You know, in the long run. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I would also like it to be easier for my family, because I noticed that most of the stuff that we watch is stuff that I get started, right? Like, and I know that you guys watch Netflix, you know, because we have Netflix, we have Hulu, and you guys are always telling me about how, like, we watch this on Netflix or whatever. I mean, how often have you opened your app since you've had it?
I've opened it a handful of times, but you usually control it, so I don't have a need to pull it up because you control it.
Well, it just seems to me like the family is talking more about stuff that they've seen on, you know, like Isaac will mention comics that he's read.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
he'll do that on his Apple TV upstairs in his room.
Yeah, and so I don't hear, what I mean about it is like, that's what I'm saying, is I end up initiating a lot of what we watch, you know, like as a family, when I'm like, hey, you know, hey, have you guys seen this? Let's watch this. But what I'm saying is that's the difference, is like with the Netflix stuff, like you guys will come to me and say, hey, I watched this on Netflix, or I heard about this on Netflix, saw that this was on Netflix, let's watch this. And you guys, you know, get that kind of stuff started. So I would really like it. It seems like it's not attractive enough to keep you guys like in it. You know what I mean? As a family, to come to me with saying,
like Netflix and Hulu does.
yeah, like Netflix and Hulu, to where you guys are like in it going, oh, we saw this, let's watch this. You know, they love it. It's not that you guys don't love DC.
No.
It's just it doesn't seem as
User friendly.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So there are some issues here that you know, I really hope that they don't just, you know, kind of throw their hands up in the air.
Sorry,
and
my bad.
you know,
Fix it.
after a year. I know that Warner Brothers is working on their own site, and I really feel almost like that they should have waited and done what Disney is doing.
Yeah.
Where Disney is going to have Disney Plus, and all these different things are going to fall under Disney, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have the Disney movies, the Disney cartoons, live action. You're going to have Marvel. You're going to have Star Wars, and all these different things. But it all falls under Disney, right?
Yeah.
Where my concern is that if they don't get this thing picked up and moving, that after a year or so, whenever Warner Brothers does their thing, they're going to switch
crumble.
it. Yeah, and then they're going to say, well, we're just going to pull it all under Warner Brothers.
And then you're gonna have people going, see, Disney can't do anything.
Yeah, and so, you know, so I have some concerns. But I really hope the best for it. And I will say this, I don't want to be so negative about the DC streaming service. I do want to say that it is it's got a lot of great content.
It does.
What you can find, there's a lot of great stuff, and the promise of more good stuff to come, because
Yes.
Titans was awesome.
It was phenomenal in the way that it ended. If you want to see Enosh freak out, go watch that video.
Oh my
And
goodness.
see how awesome the ending was to that series.
So good. And we got the Harley Quinn cartoon coming up at the end of the year. We got Swamp Thing. We've got the other one, the people that they met, I can never remember the name of that group. But it's got Cyborg in it. It's got all these different characters in it.
If you know what he's
whatever.
trying to figure out, tell us in the comments.
You all know what I'm trying to say, but they've got like all these different things that are in the loop, and then of course
Yes.
Titans 2, season 2. Whenever they get around to that. So there's all
Hopefully
these.
sooner than later.
Yes, there's all these really great things on it. So that's why I really want to see them get this thing together and do it in a good way. But I really think one of the biggest things is you got to get the interface working.
Yes.
And you got to get the international
International.
thing worked out. All right, good. What do you guys think? What has been your experience with the DC
Good, bad, in
universe?
between.
Are there things that have kept you from getting it? All right, let us know down in the comment section. We would really like to hear from you. All right, guys. Until next time. Well, remember also we have our
I had to bring it over here because the dog was trying to lick
that's
the
right.
box.
Our January giveaway is our Grandtifftarkin action figure. You can get that. Get a piece of history right there. I know I said there was only going to be 3 made, and that's all I plan on making. But I've had such a great response from you guys that it almost makes me feel bad that all of you can't have one of these. I wish I could mass produce them. Maybe we'll have to offer them for sale, and I'll have to buy all the parts or whatever, or tell you how I made it. But you can't get these stickers. That's the only thing. You can't get the cool stuff that goes on it. So we'll have to see. But hey, up until now, there's only going to be 3 of these made, and we would love for you to have the 3rd one. All right. So all you got to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit notifications. What else do they got to do, Tiff?
They can leave comments on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. We have both our personal pages of all of us in the family, or we also have the Poindexter Lounge now. We have that on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
That's right. That's right. So you can join us on all those things and be nerdy across the entire social media platform. All right, guys. Until next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Tifftastic.
And just remember, accessorize your Boba Fett stuff. Until next time, bye-bye.